welcome, guys, man. We appreciate you guys for stopping on in. If you're watching the playback and you're not subscribed, subscribe. Comment down below after the video.
Just a quick little thing. I have no idea who this girl is.
Oh,
She was saying some stuff that
you
is
look ready. Sorry, my bad.
what
Wait,
happened.
go ahead.
What
I
did you
just
say?
said she look ready.
What she look ready for?
Like she look ready to like go in.
Oh, she actually has
Yeah.
a calm demeanor.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, she's saying stuff that's like what a lot of girls are saying today, and a lot of people have issues with it. But
I'm not gonna learn how to cook. I'm not gonna learn how to clean. I am sorry.
Ouch! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that's Bradley Martin.
hoping that
okay.
Hold on, wait, pause.
Yeah.
Pause real quick. Bradley funny. He said, "Whoa, that's tough."
Yeah, that's tough. It is
Oh
tough.
my goodness, but that's crazy. I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna clean. You know what? What I've come to learn is each couple has to learn how to work together exclusively. Like what works for you guys is what you guys have to find out. One task isn't predestinated for one person necessarily when it comes to chores. I think that's more of what you guys got to figure out as you guys live together. But the angle that she's coming from is like, well, I'm not doing that at all. Like, I don't think that's correct either.
That's a good point.
Because if we work together, we're gonna have to take turns, eventually. You know what I mean? Nobody. I don't think there's any one person that on chores is the only person that's gonna do that forever. I think that's how a lot of it sounds. Is like, oh, she's doing the cooking and cleaning, and that's it. Some people that works for some people, but I think as a general case, couples have to uniquely figure out what works for them instead of picking up this thing that everybody says is supposed to be when you guys are struggling because you're letting other people tell you how to do your marriage thing. You know what I mean? I think that isn't right. Because then is expectations and then you try to force to fit this picture that I think is not the picture that fits what you guys actually are. I think it just messes up the whole flow of things, but you guys got to figure it out.
Yeah.
As you guys, go along. I think that's much better.
Do you think she has a calm demeanor?
I think she's cool.
Yeah, she seems to have a calm demeanor. It's not a good thing that she's coming at it from that angle of I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that, because that obviously defeats the purpose of how a marriage is supposed to work role wise. Secondly, if you were raised as a farmer, there's no way you can be an astronaut. Was she raised to cook and clean? That's the question that we should be asking, because what people are going to do is, oh, well, she's one of these modern day women and she has no value when it comes to being a wife. Well, okay, fine. But she wasn't raised to do any of that. So how can we expect her to want to do any of that? You see?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have people out here who are specifically raised to do these things. And then we come out and we say, well, they shouldn't be doing that. It's like, bro, but these people, these kind of people, this lady up here, they have existed since the beginning of how human beings are, because humans are selfish in nature. Whatever we're taught, we're gonna want to do a selfish version of it. She seems like she was raised with a strong mindset of school, education, career type thing. And she's going that way with it. And the selfish part of it is, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to clean, I'm not going to do any of the wifely duties, right? So I have no problems with her. If this is not what you want as a guy, you should be happy that she's saying these things, because you're not going to get married to her. Exactly. You have to hear these women when you hear them. These women are like booming now. They're all over the place. They may be, but they've always been there. There's a lot more of them, but there's less of us guys. So why don't you go and find the proper woman? A woman who doesn't spout these things, right?
We got more options, as far as the men to lady or the men to women ratio.
Yeah. The more women that come out like this, the more options you have as a guy, because now you know exactly what not to pick, unless you want her. Unless you want someone who has these values, then of course that's all you, man. Be a stay-at-home husband.
All you.
Do the thing, man. Just don't be friends with Tyrone, who's 210, going to the gym every day with 3 kids and a wife. Talking about something. I'm a stay-at-home husband. Alrighty, boy.
Partner would do that for me.
Yeah. So you're gonna date.
I'm okay. The norms don't have to be.
She said her partner's gonna do all that for her. Well,
yeah.
Aye.
as a servant. Like, obviously, us Christian guys, we don't say, yeah, I'm gonna marry my wife and she's gonna cook and clean and do this for me, and that's exactly what she's gonna do because that's her role. And we don't do that. The wife already understands and the husband already understands, so we come together understanding, compared to someone who's like, I am not gonna do it and my partner is gonna do that for me. It's about you. I didn't realize the marriage was about you. I thought it was about the marriage. So you hear that selfish nature that I was talking about.
Yeah, and I was gonna say one thing, and the whole idea is how we're gonna take care of our house. How we're gonna work together to take care of this, and then whatever that plan is, that should be the plan. It shouldn't be any pre-existing rules, that don't fit how you guys actually work together, but just something that you adopted that's not your own. You know what I mean? So y'all have a house. How y'all gonna work together to support the house, and then figure
Yeah.
it out from there.
Someone will even say, well, he asked her what kind of marriage she wants or whatever the question may be. Okay, he asked her what kind of husband she wants, but he didn't say, what do you want your husband to do for you? How are you the center of the marriage? I'm pretty sure no one will ask that question like, how do you want your husband to serve you?
There, I'll be the
So you're
breadwinner.
gonna date a girl.
Didn't say I'm gonna date a girl.
Okay. Well, you said two things that just referenced dating a girl.
No, I'm just
I'm gonna sound really insensitive right now, but
no,
I don't
but
care.
guys, I'm sure can cook and clean, and they'd
Like
love
three of
to.
them.
Huh?
Like three of them.
No, and they would love to not work, and I'll just bring home the money, and they can cook. I'm
Wow,
kidding.
you want a stay-at-home dad? That's kind of dope. You can be like a sugar mama.
Yeah. No,
Damn.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Ew.
I know how to
Scratch
cook.
Wow, man. Wow, you guys know that?
Just the way. No, not really. You can continue.
But real quick, she said the guys that don't love to work. She just
Tyrone sounds like that's the one, cause I'm pretty sure Tyrone like to stay at home and just smash and eat. Shoot.
But I will say, staying at home isn't a walk in the park. It is not a walk in the park. Can you imagine living by yourself, right? When you live by yourself, cool, you can do whatever you want. No one can say anything. But when you live with someone else, you
Yeah, they gotta come home. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
stay-at-home husband thing isn't that great. It really isn't. It
The advertisement is false.
It's so false. But that's how you know that she's only saying the lies that she's heard. That's just the thing nowadays.
Yeah, people just repeat what other people's ideas, and that's what I was saying when it comes to the whole marriage thing. Is like, yeah, we know of all these ideas and stuff, but until you work together, you can't say is this. You just can't adopt stuff that you hear.
Exactly.
All that. No, you can't cook. That's
No.
bullshit.
She can't really cook. I don't like to cook.
It's not in the cards for me.
Yeah, so there's that short. I think we talked about it extensively. But yeah, at the end of the day, you want these women to be saying these things that truly believe it, right? Because that is what they believe, that is their value, that's what they want from you as a guy. You don't get married to her just because you find her attractive. You get married to her because your values align. So,
Yep.
I still stand on the reason that, a lot of divorces happen today because the women who were married were not vetted enough. They were not vetted well enough. And I do stand on that point, especially the Western culture, because this Western culture has a thing of doing things backwards when it comes to marriage, where they will date the person, they will fall in love with the person for like a year, and then be like, it's time to meet my parents. So by the time your parents are like, yo, there's something wrong with this person, don't get married to them, it's too late. You already love them. You're already talking about marriage and kids and all of these things. You get married to them. There you go, divorce. Let's stop getting on these women about these things, man. Leave them alone. They've always
Leave
existed.
them alone.
Yeah, what?
Leave them alone.
Oh, I thought you said they belong. Like the
Oh no.
yeah, everyone says that. But hey, man, leave them where you found them.